Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome back to Cricket Happenings. And what a day we had at Edgbaston today on the third day. The match is almost coming to a close as on the fourth day itself, one is going to know which team is going to win this. Right now, I would say it is at even Stevens with India being set a target of 194 runs for victory, have made 110 for 5 at close of play, and they require another 84 runs with 5 wickets remaining on the fourth day. So definitely the match is not going into the fifth day unless and until rain really comes as a spoil sport. Now, one thing that one could remember is that Virat Kohli, the Indian captain, is at the crease with 43 to his credit, and Dinesh Karthik is giving him company. Now, the only thing is that if the England can actually nip out the wicket of Virat Kohli, then I would say it is England's game. But if they are not able to nip out Virat Kohli, then I'm afraid to say that if Kohli stays, then India win. So, well, I'll be talking about this match, which is nicely poised, going into the fourth day of the first Test match between India and England. Now, the next thing that I'll be talking about, a sensational victory for Nepal. Nepal, who has been just awarded the ODI status. They played the first match, maiden match. They lost the first match to Netherlands, and in the second match of their in their international ODI history, they have already hit Netherlands hard. They have got to a victory. They have got their first maiden victory in one-day internationals. And that too, they have done it very quickly after being awarded ODI status, and they knocked off Netherlands, but it was really a nail-biting finish as Paras Khadka, the Nepalese captain, showed a lot of presence of mind when 3 runs were required, 2 runs to equal and 3 runs to win were required, and the Netherlands, the score was 216, which was put up by Nepal, and Netherlands were chasing it, and Netherlands batsman actually hit the ball ricocheted off the non-strikers stumps, and Paras Khadka showing a lot of presence of mind, winning the foot race against the person who was trying to reach the non-strikers end, and threw the stumps away. He ran with the ball and ripped the stumps out, and Nepal had made history as they won their maiden ODI against Netherlands just by 1 run. But well, a victory is a victory, and Nepal would be very proud of that. And as I said, in the very second match of their ODI history, they have gone on to get their first win, and that in itself is quite an achievement. Well, so let's talk about first the game between India and England. So England actually resumed their innings yesterday. As you know, they had lost Alistair Cook just at the fag end of the day on the third day, and they had Keaton Jennings and Joe Root at the crease. And Ravichandran Ashwin did not waste any time. Once again, Virat Kohli entrusted the new ball responsibility to Ravichandran Ashwin, and Ashwin, in 15 minutes time after play started, he picked up the wicket of Keaton Jennings, as Keaton Jennings edged the ball from Ravichandran Ashwin, and the catch was taken at second slip by KL Rahul, and Keaton Jennings was gone. Caught Rahul, bowled Ashwin for 8 with 1 boundary. Now Joe Root came in and joined David Mallon at the crease, and Ashwin was bowling superbly at that time. And Joe Root, after making 14 with 1 boundary, was a victim of a very good ploy by the Indians. In fact, Virat Kohli had posted a leg slip, and that was it was KL Rahul who was posted there, such a sharp fielder, and it was a short delivery from Ravichandran Ashwin as Joe Root was trying to work it off his pads, and the ball hit the face of the bat, and KL Rahul held a very good catch almost by his boot laces, and it was a wonderful catch taken, and Joe Root was simply stunned when Joe Root was gone. Caught Rahul, bowled Ashwin for 14 as he fell into the trap that was set by Virat Kohli of the Indian captain. 14 with one boundary. So that made the score 39 for 3, and now it was David Mallon and Barristow at the crease. David Mallon and Barristow had to be watchful, as England were 39 for 3 at that stage, and when the score had moved to 70, it was the time for Ishant Sharma to get into the act. So Ravichandran Ashwin had done his job of giving India a double breakthrough early in the morning, and he had 3 wickets already into the bag. Now Ishant Sharma came into the mix, and Ishant Sharma started off with the wicket of David Mallon. In fact, Ishant Sharma, this was a very good delivery from Ishant Sharma, and he had Mallon totally squaring up. It was a perfect outswinger, and it was very well done by Ishant Sharma. And Mallon was squared up, trying to probably just do a sort of a prod on that. But I would say the ball was an unplayable delivery, and the edge had already taken the edge of the bat and flew to gully, where Ajinkya Rahane settled under it very well. So David Mallon was gone. Caught Rahane bowled Sharma for 20 with 2 boundaries, and the score read 70 for 4. Now Jonathan Barristow and Ben Stokes were in the middle, and with the score on 70 for 4, another 15 runs was added before Ishant Sharma once again got into the act, and this time the wicket was of Ben Stokes. Now it was Stokes was the bowler. It was an outswinger from around the wicket from Ben Stokes, and Ben Stokes actually missed it, and he was a sort of a half cock. Was playing the ball at half cock inside the crease, and there was some movement for Ishant Sharma, and in fact Ben Stokes had got an edge onto it, and it was a very good catch taken by Kohli, a very low catch, but well done, well held by Virat Kohli, one thought. And Ben Stokes was a big wicket. Caught Kohli bowled Sharma for 6, and now the score for England read, before that Barristow was the other victim. He was caught by Dhawan of the bowling of Sharma, but after making 28 with 5 boundaries. Jonathan Barristow, it was a good catch by Shikhar Dhawan. This was Ishant Sharma was bowling so well that he was mixing it up. Now this was an in-swinger, and the ball after pitching straightened, and in fact probably Jonathan Barristow was probably trying to leave the ball, but he actually jabbed at it, and it was basically he was a goner as Dhawan picked up the catch, and suddenly the England innings was looking in all tatters at 86 for 6, and Joss Buttler continued his poor form in this particular test match, as Ishant Sharma was on absolute fire, as he had taken all the cream of the England wickets there. He had totally demoralized the English middle order, and this was very easily done by Ishant Sharma, where the ball was outside the off stump. Buttler was trying to push the delivery from the back foot, and he got a top edge. The keeper came into the picture. Dinesh Karthik picked up the catch. So Joss Buttler gone, caught Karthik bowled Sharma for 1. So that was wicket, and that was 6 for 80, 7 for 87, 87 for 7 with Buttler gone. And now we had 2 new batsmen at the crease. Sam Curran, as I said, Ishant Sharma was on absolute fire. Look at the wickets that he took. He first had David Mallon, then he had Barristow, then Ben Stokes, Buttler. So basically, he totally, I would say, demolished the English middle order. And then it was Sam Curran and Rashid, and one has to say that India would have probably felt at 87 for 7 that they were probably even getting closer to victory. But Sam Curran, the youngster, was already having a great test match, no doubt about it. The bat and the ball today totally played some real attacking cricket, as he is normally wont to, and he really showed what a wonderful, precocious talent he is for England, as he once again started slamming the Indian bowlers, took the attack to India and started slamming them for boundaries, and he also was picking the spinners for 6s, and there were a lot of edges. Adil Rashid made 16. He was clean bowled by Umesh Yadav for 16. The partnership at least thanks to Sam Curran getting some quick runs, really helped matters for England. Adil Rashid was bowled by Yadav for 16 with one boundary, and then Stuart Broad came in. He was caught by Ishant Sharma coming back and picking up his fifer there, picking up his fifth wicket. Caught Dhawan, bowled Sharma for 11, and James Anderson not or not, but what an innings from Sam Curran. Sam Curran did what Virat Kohli did for India the first innings, and Sam Curran, let me tell you, this being only his second test match of his international career, his test career, I think Sam Curran is someone who is going to have a great future in English cricket, because he's an all-round cricketer, and what an innings from him. I mean, taking the attack, as I said, India would have probably thought that they have everything covered. It's just a matter of just wrapping up the England innings. And we all know that England has a big tail. Sorry, England virtually don't have a tail, but still, it was not the other players who played. It was absolutely about Sam Curran. So Sam Curran, well done, Sam Curran. It seems to be a great talent in the making. 63 with 9 boundaries. He played absolute one-day cricket there. And finally, the English innings wound up for 180, thus setting India 194 runs for victory. If you look at the bowling, Ishant Sharma was simply superb. 13 overs, no maiden, 51 runs and 5 wickets. Ravichandran Ashwin, 21 overs, 4 maidens, 59 runs and 3 wickets. Umesh Yadav chipping in 2, 7 overs, 1 maiden, 220. The only non-wicket taker was Mohammad Shami, 12 overs, 2 maidens, none for 38. Now, India was set a target of 194 runs to win the match, and let's have a look as to how India fared. So it started off with Murli Vijay and Shikhar Dhawan coming to the race. Now, Stuart Broad, as you know, was one bowler who could not get amongst the wickets column in the first innings, but not this time. He was the one who was proving to be very hard for India, and Broad was the one who actually picked up the first wicket. He gave them a breakthrough. Now, this was definitely gross misjudgment from one very good opener, Murli Vijay. Probably this was a ball which was it was on a good length spot, and it was outside the off stump. And suddenly we saw the ball started swinging in and hit Vijay on the front pad. And Vijay probably was thinking that the ball is going to swerve away, but he was totally mistaken, and wrong misjudgment, a real misjudgment cost his wicket, as Murli Vijay was gone. LBW bowled Broad for 6, and the score read for India 19 for 1. Now Dhawan was at the crease. He was joined in by KL Rahul, and the next wicket to go was Shikhar Dhawan. After making 13 with one boundary, there was a ball from Stuart Broad, which was shaping away outside the off stump, and Dhawan actually wanted to drive the delivery, and it was all over. Barstow behind the stumps had snaffled it, and Dhawan was gone. Caught Barstow, bowled Broad for 13 with one boundary, and 22 for 2 with Kohli coming in. Another 24 runs was added to the good, but then KL Rahul couldn't be really, I would say this was a great delivery from Ben Stokes. What a delivery. The ball was pitched on the off stump, and at the last moment, there was some late movement from Ben Stokes as the ball, was probably in a position that it was probably swinging in, and suddenly the ball started shaping away just at the last moment, and in the end, the outcome was that Rahul was all squared up. The ball had taken the regulation outside edge, and Jonathan Barstow was once again in business. KL Rahul gone, caught Barstow, bowled Stokes for 13 with 2 boundaries, and India were really struggling at that stage with the scoreboard reading 46 for 3 at that stage. Now, Kohli was there at the crease, which was the good thing for India as Ajinkya Rahane joined. Now, Ajinkya Rahane once more for being a very soft dismissal. Now, Sam Curran got his first wicket in the second innings. This was not a good shot from Ajinkya Rahane. The ball was wide outside the off stump, and in fact, it was Rahane going for a swish onto it, and the ball was taken. Not a good shot from the Indian vice captain, and Rahane was pouched up by Barstow behind the stumps. So Rahane caught Barstow, bowled Curran for 2. So that was wicket number 5. Wicket number 4, Indian score reading 63 for 4. And then Ravichandran Ashwin was promoted in the batting order ahead of Dinesh Karthik and Hardik Pandya. But that also really came to nothing, as Ravichandran Ashwin got a good delivery, one thought, in the corridor outside the off stump, and it was the dismissal of Ravichandran Ashwin. The bowler was Anderson getting his first wicket in the second innings of the Indian innings, as Ashwin was gone. Caught Barristow bowled Anderson for 13 with 3 boundaries, and the experiment not proving well. And then the score read 78 for 5 at that stage, and it was really looking. India still had 12 overs before close of play, but the good thing was that the Indian captain Virat Kohli was still there. He was really the one who was nurturing this Indian innings, and then he was joined in by Dinesh Karthik. Dinesh Karthik definitely gave him nice company till stumps, and when stumps were drawn for the day, India would have been relieved that the score line had changed to 110 for 5. Both Kohli and Karthik seeing off the English bowlers till stumps, and at that stage Virat Kohli was not out on 43 with 3 boundaries. Dinesh Karthik was not out on 18 with 2 boundaries, and the Indian score read 110 for 5. But 110 for 5, and on the 4th day, as I said, going into the final day, India will require 84 runs with 5 wickets remaining. And for India, as long as Virat Kohli is there at the crease, I don't see anything affecting India. I would probably look at it as an Indian victory. But if if England can nip up the wicket of Virat Kohli, then I would say it probably might be curtains for India. But India still have some batting in the form of Hardik Pandya to come. But again, Hardik Pandya might probably have to play an innings in the Sam Curran way. The bowling, as far as the Englishmen were concerned, Anderson had 1 for 33, but Broad was the one who provided the double breakthrough. 9 overs, 1 maiden, 29 runs on 2 wickets. Stokes was excellent as in the first innings. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 25. Sam Curran, 5 overs, 1 for 17, having a great game, great test match here. And it is only thanks to Sam Curran that England were defending a score of 194. So, as I said, it's all about the morrow, which is coming up, and what an excellent day that is going to be. I mean, right now it's at even Stevens. England take Kohli's wicket, England win. England do not take Kohli's wicket, India win. What very nicely set up there. So now I'm going to talk about some history being made by Nepal. Nepal actually winning their maiden ODI, but it was a real nail biter here at Amstelveen in Netherlands. Nepal was taking on Netherlands, and what a match we had. So just skimming through what happened, Nepal batted first. The captain, who is a wonderful player as we all know, made 51 of 69 deliveries, 6 fours and 2 sixes, and the other principal contributor being Sompal Kami and in the lower middle order, who came in and smashed 61 of 46 deliveries, which included 5 fours and 3 sixes. They were the principal contributors, which took Nepal to 216 all out in 48.5 overs. As far as the bowling was concerned, Klassen was excellent with his left arm pace swinging seaming deliveries. 10 overs, 1 maiden, 38 runs on 3 wickets. 2 wickets for 46 for Rippon, who was the man of the match in the previous ODI. Seelar bowled well, 10 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 50. Now, Netherlands were given a target of 217 runs to win from their 50 overs. They were I would say that initially they were doing well. They were on track. I mean, they were not in any bad situation. Wesley Barisi had made 71 of 89 deliveries with 8 fours. Dieter Brack had 39 of 83 balls with 2 fours. But it was all about the middle order really succumbing, and it was all about the Nepalese leg spinners, Sandeep Lamichhane, who really derailed this Netherlands innings and finally made it so tough for them that the match went all the way down to the wire. Lamichhane, 10 overs, no maiden, 41 runs on 3 wickets, bowled excellently, 1 for 41 for Sompal Kami, and finally it all went down to the wire with the final delivery. What Nepal required was they required 3 runs of the final delivery, so they required 2 runs to to make it a tie, or they had to require 3 runs. And all they could get was just 1 run, because Klaasen was the batsman. Klaasen was the one who was out. As I said, it was Van Meekeren who was. It was Klaasen actually. It was Van Meekeren who was on strike. He flicked the delivery, and the bowler was the Nepalese captain Paras Katka. The ball actually ricocheted off the stumps at the non-striker's end, but the presence of mind that Paras Katka, the captain, showed was they were trying to get the second run. Klaasen was running into the non-striker's end, wanting to make it to the non-striker's end to actually tie the match, but Paras Katka had showed tremendous presence of mind. The Nepalese captain picked up the ball and ran with the ball. There was a sort of a foot race between Klaasen and Katka, and Katka won the race as he went there and ripped the stumps out with the ball, and it was all over. Nepal had got their maiden victory in their second ODI in their history, and that is quite an achievement. Congratulations to Nepal on their maiden ODI victory. Nepal is an exciting team. They have done it in the past as well, in a lot of matches in Namibia, as you would remember, and this was a sort of a great feeling for Nepal, as they have registered their maiden win in their second ODI match. And now this particular series between Netherlands and Nepal is right now at 1-1, with the final one to come. It's a three-match ODI series, which is being it was a 2-match series. I'm sorry, it was a 2-match series. So Nepal would be very, very happy with this effort, and the player of the match going to Sompal Kami for his not only his batting exploits of his 61, but also being the prime strike bowler with 1 for 41 of 10 overs. Well, so once again, congratulations to Nepal on winning their maiden ODI in their second ODI in their history, and I'm sure they would be celebrating it for quite a long time. So congratulations, Nepal, and thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. What a day we are going to have tomorrow on the 4-day at Edgbaston. It's definitely going to be, I'm going to be talking to you, either it's going to be an Indian victory or it is going to be an England victory. Nothing in between. Thanks, and thanks for your company as always, and it's good night from your host, Ram.